Counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The DK Effect. A real-life diary of a madman.
It's time for the DK Effect. Oh, 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 oh. Come on. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Come on. Oh, 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 oh. It's time for the DK Effect. Oh, 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 oh. Come on. Oh, 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 oh.
Well, top of the day, everybody. My name is DK. It's great to be here. I think we got a pretty good and interesting show for you ahead. Today, I want to talk about goals again. Not going to get into too much detail. For a real deep dive, go to a new story, chapter 3. Anyhow, I sat down the other night and pulled out my book, and that I write all the goals down in, and because I've accomplished some things. 4.5K walk last week. I have driven, although not too far, taken a little drive. It is in fact like riding a bike. But I looked at my goals, and I realized, I said to myself, okay, I'm still a ways off from the big goals. And the big goals for me are, functioning again in society, getting around without a walker, be normal again, if that's how we want to word it. I want to be able to drive again. I don't want to rely on other people so much. I want to be able to drive to my appointments or to the pharmacy or to now physio. So I looked at it and I'm like, I'm not there yet. I want to get back. That was another big one, right? So I looked at it and I'm like checking off the smaller goals. And I'm like, okay, still a long way to go, right? Still a long way to go. So let's get the pen out and let's make some new, smaller goals that are going to get me to those bigger ones. For instance, I walked 4.5K last week. I want to try and go further every day. Another goal up on the fitness thing with the walking is I want to do a 5K marathon. I just want to walk it, hopefully without a walker. But if I need the walker, I will do it. I need to drive more. I need to get a little bit of practice. I did fine. I'm safe. Get on some more major roads, drive myself around a little bit. Like I told you, I'm done with the physio in the house, so now I'm looking for a few other things. There's a Life After 50 with coverage. Get a doctor's note. I can go to this ARC physio, which I'll have to drive to, but that's now a smaller goal on the way of getting to where I want to be. I'm doing Tai Chi. I've taken up chair yoga because I can't lie down on the floor yet. Remind me to mark that down as another goal. You see what I mean? I've hit goals, but I'm not at the main goal. So I'm making more smaller goals. Do you do that? And then I'm like, holy moly, I'm expanding my goals. And maybe I've signed up for a certification for NLP, which is neuro-linguistic programming, which we talk about quite a bit here on the show. But I want to learn more. I want to give you good information. I want to test it myself. I want to make sure it works. There's the goal. I got to complete that certification. I've signed up for a physiotherapist assistant certificate or diploma course. I'm not sure which it is. No, I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to be the gook with a walker trying to heal people. But I just want to. I think the world of those people. I think they're magicians. I've told you that before. Write those down. Anyway, enough of that. I just wanted to tell you what I did. See if you're doing that. Do you check your goals? Do you check off and celebrate when you hit them? One last thing. The enemy is out there, folks. And it doesn't just attack you, it attacks me. Is it your past? Is it something you can't let go of? Can you not get out of that state and get motivated to take action? What is it that's holding you back? Is it negative people in your life? I was getting blasted at all angles of how silly my exercises were, and why are you doing a show about helping people? You're just on your deathbed not too long ago. And we've talked about our mentors, our keeping ourselves in a positive circle. And so I went to, you're going to hear him one last time here in a minute, I went to Stu and told him, I said, I got to get out of this state, man. This is killing me right now. So I just wanted to find it. I'm just going to read you a very short message. So his response to me saying, I'm getting hit from all angles, was, you're turning something negative that you've experienced into a positive and helping others as well as yourself along the way. The easiest thing in the world would be to say, game over, I'm done. But no, you're regaining lost weight, you're building muscle, you're getting more agile with exercise. Don't stop. All right. Speaking of Stu, he's up next. Thanks for listening to me. Let me know how your goals are going. Or do you do the same as me? I just had a light bulb go off, so maybe you were way ahead of me on goals. Anyway, keep going. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our last part with Stu. Please enjoy, and we'll have someone new next week. All right, let's go.
Well, it's time for the final segment of our conversation with Stu. After overcoming the adversity he did, it's time to see how the journey stands now. What big things does he have in store, and any last-minute tips for us? So sit back and enjoy.
Now representing from London, England, representing Team Grande, it's a conversation with Stu.
My latest challenge, I suppose, my latest goal is to complete a high rocks.
Right, now, before you get there, because we still got, you what are the other things you do? You do them all the time. What are they called? The aerobics you do every day in the gym. And
so I do. So I joined F45.
F45, yeah.
So I joined F45 quite a while ago, which is functional fitness, and it's a mixture of one day it'll be high intensity training, the next day it'll be like a hybrid training, which is sort of a mixture of everything, and then another day it'll be weight training. Every day is different, and every day is sort of like a different challenge in each class.
Right, kind of like cross training.
It's kind of like cross training. It's very addictive. It's so addictive. To date, I've done 454 classes.
Oh, geez, I didn't know it was that much.
Yeah, I've done 454 classes, and you can do the same thing on your own. Yeah, definitely. You don't have to go to the expense of doing that, but you get the camaraderie, you get a little bit of competition, and also you go in and you get it done within 45 minutes to an hour, and then on with your day, Right. Yeah.
And you have called this what is your biggest challenge ever.
Yeah, my biggest challenge for me now is is Hyrox, which is it's a global fitness race, and it takes part all over the world in sort of most big cities around the world now. They have a Hyrox, at least one Hyrox race a year. What that is, it's a blend of like endurance running crossed with functional fitness. So it's sort of like a marathon vibe with a tough gym circuit type thing. Yeah. So it's like a distance of 8 kilometers that's split into 8 times 1 kilometers. And then you've got functional fitness stations, like 8 stations in between. And that involves like skiing, rowing, jumping, carrying weights, throwing weights, lunges. It's sort of it's like a full body workout.
Oh, I can't wait to hear about this.
The good thing about it is you can have like 20, 21-year-old people that are, you know, like there's world championships at it. Yeah. So you could be running alongside maybe like a really fit 21-year-old guy or girl. But then also on the other hand, you could have like an 80-year-old man that's doing it, you know, and it doesn't matter what shape, size you are. If you sign up for it, you can do it. The toughest thing I would say is probably like the running. If you've got the running in the bag, if you can run, you've got half of the race done. But it's running while your legs are fatigued and things like that. That's going to be the test. And my aim is actually just to finish it. I did actually enter it a couple of years ago, but then I had the cycle accident,
right? And
so I had to pull out. So yeah, my aim is to go along, hopefully enjoy it, and hopefully complete the course.
Now, and we'll get updates with you after it's done. This is exciting that, you know, I keep going back to the accident, but it didn't destroy you, but it just kind of set you back a little bit. But in your mind, you're like, I'm going to do this. I don't know when. You talk about fun, and it's okay to have fun along the way. You've got like a tracksuit. You've got your little grandson in a matching tracksuit. You've got a name. You've got a name for your team.
Well, like, I don't know what the name is. Maybe Team Grandad.
That's what I thought it was. Team Grandad.
Yeah. You know, and you know, part of the buzz about doing F45. I mean, you can be any age doing it, but most of the people that go to my club are in their 20s and 30s. And I'm 56, you know, 57 this year, and I can hold my own, like, against anyone in that club, more or less, you know.
So, right. I remember you telling me yesterday, just to get ready for the High Rocks, you worked out with a guy who's in amazing shape, just to challenge yourself.
Yeah. No, while we're training, you know, while you're doing a warm-up, they come round and give you a station number. And I said, oh, can I train with this guy, please? You know, because I know he's going to push me, you know. He doesn't know he's pushing me, but he is pushing me, because I think, like, if he doesn't stop, I won't stop.
Well, listen, I love your mind frame. I love this team bit. You're going to have everybody going to watch you.
I don't know. I'm sure she's going to be there taking videos. That's for sure.
Yeah,
you know?
But I mean, I'll be cheering, and I'm sure now everyone listening is going to be Team Grandad, and you got to come back and fill us in.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
In closing, as we head towards the end, what kind of tips would you give people, like the beginners, if you hit a rut in the road, and any tips? Or
I would just say, you know, like, even if you're just walking and maybe your foot hurts, you know, people get like injuries along the way. Well, take a little bit of time out, but don't forget your goals. You just got to go get back on it. And don't let other people tell you, oh, it's okay if you're not, you know, it's quite easy if you don't fancy it and you say, oh, I don't really fancy it today. And they say, yeah, take a rest, have a little break from it. You know, it's easy.
Well, don't you find, and I'm just learning this, because I swear I went like 3 months with just every single day. And you start to learn that rest is okay. It's important, actually.
Well, it is important to rest. I think I rest enough.
Yeah.
But some people would say I probably don't rest enough. But you just got to listen to your body. And if you think you can do it, well, then do it, you know. I mean, I've trained twice today. I went to the gym this morning and done a load of cardio stuff. I'd done it the actual wrong way round, because then later on I'd done the weights and stuff like that.
I can't
really
keep up.
Do the weights first. But hey, you know what I mean? I'll just rewrite it
and you know, I'm same way. I'm much smaller. Like I got a hold of you the other day. I'm like, I did a kilometer outside.
Yeah, that is amazing though.
Yeah.
That's considering, you know, where you've started out. I mean, that is absolutely amazing. If you feel a bit tired, I just don't. I just want to add one other thing. I did start going to the gym. Yeah.
Yeah.
I joined online. I joined up a local gym, but I signed up online. Yeah.
Right.
So the first time I went there, I didn't enjoy it. I came home and I called the gym and I said, look, I think I've made a mistake. Can I cancel? And he said, why do you want to cancel? I said, mate, I don't really know what I'm doing. What I am doing, I probably look like an idiot. I think other people are probably looking at me thinking the same as I'm feeling, like the bloke looks like an idiot. And he said, well, you can't cancel. You've signed a 3-month contract. He said, but come in tomorrow. I'm going to go through everything with you in the gym.
Right.
And he did. And that helped me quite a lot. But the gym, people that are thinking about joining a gym, you get gym anxiety. Not everyone, but I definitely did. And it took quite a while for me to get to where I am now. I go to my local gym and I couldn't care less what people think of me. They can look at me and I actually quite often get complimented on what I'm doing, you know, because I'm not just going in there doing a chest press and bicep curls like that's all that people seem to do, you know. They're doing squats, bicep curls and chest press and trying to lift as maximum weight as they can, where I vary what I do and mix and match it all, you know. But and now I've come to the point where I actually enjoy it and thrive on it and try and support other people as well that sort of, that are on their own journeys.
Yeah. Well, it's a great story. I love it. And it was a good refresher for me as well. And I'm sure you and I could talk for hours, but
yeah, sure.
I'll fit this in and we'll revisit it, especially this high rocks. I find this so exciting, but you are an inspiration to other people. Like I told you, you're motivating me. You know, and you're probably like, well, I'm across the sea. I'm not with you, but it helps me. Trust me.
Yeah, you've just got to keep going.
Yeah.
And, find that inner, what did you call it now? I can't remember what you called it now, but you've got to find that fire inside. And
I call it like your anchor point. It's your new story, right? But something that triggers you, that motivates you to say, hey, no stopping now.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
absolutely, and it doesn't matter what condition you're in. You can start.
Do it. All it is starting. All right, my friend, I'm going to let you go.
Yeah, and it's been a real pleasure talking to you, and I'm wishing you all the best, and just keep at it, keep going. You'll have ups and downs, but eventually the ups will
outweigh the
downs. The downs, you know.
Yeah.
Everything the DK Effect all in one place. www.thedkeffect.ca. All our social media links: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. A library of articles that go into detail on subjects covered on the show. And other articles including mental health, personal growth, fitness, and success stories. An easy way to contact us with questions or if you want to share your story on the show. Yep. All of that in one place to assist you on your life journey. It all starts with taking the first step at www.thedkeffect.ca.
Coming next week to the show, Michelle Steiner, joining us from Pennsylvania. Ever since being a very young child, Michelle has had to deal with bullying and negative people. Diagnosed with a learning disability, she was told she would never get a college education or the job she wanted. How did she deal with this and overcome her challenges? How did she prove them all wrong? Join us for our conversation with Michelle.
Here are some fun facts for you. Seals are related to bears, skunks, and badgers. After leaving school during World War II, Virginia Hislop received her master's degree in education in 2024. She was 104 years old. French was once the official language of England. And finally, there was more than 6,000 dog bites reported by United States postal workers in 2024.
Back over to you, the girl. 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 Back over to you, the girl.
The Triad. An introduction. So I mentioned we were going to go into this Triad thing, and we are. It's going to go over several episodes. But it's going to tie in a lot of what we've talked about. Everything that we talk about, every subject ties into each other. This one is, I want you to imagine a pyramid, and we're going to explore the pyramid. And in the middle of that pyramid is the greatest asset of all, and that's your energy. Influences how you think, how you feel, and how you show up every day. But it's not just about physical stamina. It's deeply tied to your emotions, your focus, and your self-communication. You know, think about a time when you felt unstoppable. A time when ideas flowed easily and you had the drive to take on anything. That state is not rare. It can be a daily experience. That's what we're going to work for. The Triad is your key to unlocking peak potential. Peak. We've gathered ways to get potential and whatnot, but the Triad is going to be your key to the peak energy. Potential. By using 3 fundamental forces, you can create a powerful internal system that fuels you through any challenge. Internal, your subconscious. The Triad is your blueprint for peak energy. I'm going to try and show you that energy is both physical and emotional. Your feelings directly shape energy levels, and emotions are influenced by 3 interconnected forces. Physiology, how you use your body, basically. Focus, where you direct your attention. And language, how you communicate with yourself. I think we've talked about each of these separately. Mastering the forces of the Triad creates a powerful foundation that sustains momentum. It's going to sustain your momentum. As a result, you'll build a lasting framework for energy, clarity, and resilience. So, the Triad. Mastering your Triad, the energy formula, we'll call it. Physiology. We're going to talk about resetting your body. You know, shoulders up, good posture. Move around a little bit. Get that energy flowing. Your physical state affects your mental and emotional well-being. So that's kind of step 1. It's going to flow to the other 2. Remember, they're all interconnected. And like I said, something as simple as a posture shift, standing tall, shoulders back, deep breathing, that can create an energy boost. Try these proven strategies. to elevate your physiology today. Prioritize sleep. That's something I have a hard time with. I've been struggling with it, but I'm working on this. Reduce screen time before bed. We've all heard it. Dim the lights, turn them right off, and allow the body to rest deeply. And I'm going to go back to it. Personal, works for me. A meditation gets my body in the right spot. Some pink noise works to induce sleep. Talks to the brain. Subconscious. Builds strength. You know, I've done physio. I've done a lot of research on my own. I've talked to friends. Squats are excellent. Lunges, push-ups, planks. Whatever you do, just 10 minutes daily. I've got physio exercises. I've moved into heavier weights for the upper body strength. I do the Tai Chi, the chair yoga. I've told you all that, but I go for walks now. Walks are, if you do nothing else, especially with this daylight, the warmer weather's coming, get out and walk and fuel wisely. Fruits, veggies, beans, lean proteins. It'll reduce disease. Swap one processed food for a whole food and notice the difference. I mean, I try. I'm not going to lie to you. I cheat, but I consciously try to make sure I offset that and, eat fish and some veggies and I have fruit with breakfast. Small, consistent shifts on how you move, rest, and nourish your body will create a foundation for lasting energy and vitality. Well, that's all I got for this week, kids. Next week, we'll get into focus. We'll continue the triad. We'll get into focus. But there you go. Energy's your first thing. And it's a few levels, not just, getting strong. It fuels the brain. I believe in that immensely. Big thanks to Stu for doing that. Turned into a 3-parter. What a journey. I think his High Rocks is a week away, or maybe 2. So the next episode or 2, hopefully he'll check in, record a little something for us. And man, that just looks like something impossible. But I know Stu, and he's going to get it done 100%. I guarantee it. All right, folks, you know the routine, you know the drill. Get out there, be kind to somebody. Hold open a door, smile. More importantly, be good to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Keep yourself in a good state. Motivates you to do the exercise and all the other things. Keep yourself there. If you're not there, get back. Retreat. Work on it. The enemy's out there, like I told you earlier. Don't let them get inside your head, whatever your enemy is. All right, until next week, I'm DK.
Never, never, never look back. Keep going.